Hi guys, welcome to another Chelmer Maths tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at some algebraic proof, and this question is from June 2012. It's question 21 on the calculator paper. Some interesting stats for you for this question. Only 82.9% of people managed to get no marks, I should say, on this question. Only 5.2% managed to get the full marks for this question. So again, quite a difficult question. If you're going for those A stars, one that you want to be able to do. So let's have a look. How do we start this problem? If we take a look at it, it says prove that 2n plus 3 all squared minus 2n minus 3 all squared is a multiple of 8 for all positive integers values of n. So all integer just means whole number. So we're looking at all whole numbers. And to start off with, what we really need to do is to start looking at these brackets. So we've got 2n plus 3 all squared. We're going to expand this, and we're going to expand the second bracket as well, and subtract the results. What I like to do for these styles of questions is I like to set it out. So I've got the first bracket, all squared, minus the second bracket, and I like to do it as almost like a column subtraction. So you remember when you're doing your basic mathematics and you're just subtracting something, you have column addition and column subtraction. So I want to do it like that. So if we expand the brackets, what does this look like once we've expanded? So if I start expanding it over here, well, when we have a bracket squared, it means we need two lots of the same bracket timesing each other. So when you square something, it obviously means times it by itself. So it's nice to set this out, because some people do make the mistake of thinking you just square the 2n and just square the 3 and you'd end up with 4n squared plus 9, which is obviously not the case. So if we FOIL these out, so I'm going to use FOIL. Now we just use FOIL as a way to remember an order of doing things. So the F stands for the first two terms, and that's going to be 2n times 2n. So that's going to give me 2 times 2 is 4, and n times n is going to give me n squared. The outside terms are the 2n and the plus 3. So that's going to give me, well, 3 times 2 is 6, and we've got an n there. Okay, so 3 times 2n is 6n. Inside these two terms here, so that's again going to be the same, so 6n. And the last one is the 3 times 3, the last two terms in each bracket. That's going to give me plus 9. And I'm going to subtract that. I'm going to keep it in the same format, so that's going to be subtracting. And if I do repeat the process here, so 2n times 2n, well, we know that's 4n squared. And 2n times minus 3 this time, it's going to give me minus 6n. The inside is these two here, so again, minus 6n. And this bit catches people out as well. So minus 3 times minus 3 is plus 9. And now that I've expanded both of those brackets, I want to do what I was talking about earlier, and I said that I was going to subtract them almost like a column subtraction. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, right, well, to start with, I've got 4n squared minus 4n squared. So that's going to be 0. It's going to leave me with nothing. And I've got 6n, this first 6n. I can actually put these together to make it more simplified. So if I look at those two and simplify those two, what would that leave me with before I start doing this? Should have done that before. 12n positive and minus 12n underneath. So 12n minus a minus 12n. Now when you've got two negative signs next to each other, that becomes a plus. So really it's 12n plus 12n. That's going to leave me with 24n in the n's column. And the numbers are 9 minus 9, so that's going to be 0 as well. So we're left with 24n. And that is part of the way to the answer, really. Now, how do we show that 24n is a multiple of 8? That's the key bit here. We've done the working. It's just putting it in a format that the exam question wants us to have it in. So showing that it's a multiple of 8, if we factor out an 8 from this, we can see that whatever the n value is in the bracket, whatever the n is, it gets times by 3 and then it gets times by 8. So we've kind of shown that it's always a multiple of 8 because we factored out the 8. So just factor out whatever the multiple you're looking for is, and that will show that you have proven that it's a multiple of 8. I hope that helps, guys. Check the website for updates and new videos. Thank you.